Hello. Well, this is a very, very special show. Of course, this is a Ghana 60 show. We're going to be running a lot of Ghana 60 shows. This is the first official one they were doing, Ghana at 60. And we're going to be featuring a very, very, very powerful guest. Yeah? Very, very powerful. But you know, we've been doing this series where we get to meet the other half of the person we know, but the one that we don't know. You know that series that you loved. And we're going to be continuing today. So I'm going to introduce this very, very charming lady. Beautiful, elegant, gorgeous. She's going to come join us. And later on, she will do us the honors by introducing the man that we all know. In the meantime, put your hands together. Show some love for Irene. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, Irene, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you here. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, the fun will begin. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back. We are back. Irene, welcome.
Thank you.
Well, it's so good to have you here, man. I mean, it's an honor, you know, to have you and the man in my studio today. But we don't know the man yet. We won't tell them until you introduce him. But so far, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Let me start from my schooling.
Okay.
I schooled in Kumasi.
Okay.
My primary and secondary education there.
Where?
Primary was in Wesley College Practice.
Okay.
And moved to Yasantua Girls.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Came back to Wesley College, trained as a teacher.
Teacher.
Yes. Then I taught in Mofreto Girls Boarding as well.
Oh, you taught there?
Yes. Came back to Legon, but then I left to the UK.
Okay.
There I trained as a nurse, so I'm part of the Nursing and Midwifery Council UK. So that's my profession, yeah.
Oh, so you're practicing in the UK?
Yes, I have been there for 12 years now. I just came back to support my busy husband.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I do.
Oh, wow. he must be very happy to have you.
I want to believe so.
So how long have you been married?
We've been married for 10 years, but I took a comfortable lead. Comfortable lead for 7 years prior to, yes.
Before the marriage?
Yes,
yeah.
that's right.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic.
So 17 years together.
17 years together. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. So what's the magic, man? What's the trick for those who are about to do it, who don't know what we know?
Right. I think patience stands, you know, and then communication and respect. You know, whether you are angry or whatever, you give the necessary respect to your spouse. For communication, I think for me is the key. If you take God out, I mean God first. For me, I'm a Christian, so I believe in my prayers and all that. Then the communication, because if you don't talk to me, I wouldn't know what you've been thinking or what you have been thinking. And so for me, that's how far we've come, and that has helped me so much. Okay.
So it's very, so basically, very, very open with each other?
Yes.
Nobody hides anything?
Well, we are humans, so occasionally maybe you wouldn't want to say something because you think it's not the best, but later we come up and then for me, my point is, even if it's that bad, just tell me. I'll get angry, but then I'll know when to stop. But if you don't tell me, then I get really mad.
Yeah.
But so that's how we've lived all these years. Yes.
So you do the same for him, he does the same for you?
Yes. Yes.
Without giving him away, what's the charm factor? What's it that makes you crazy about him, if I should use those words? 17 years, he must have some charm factor in there somewhere.
He's got a lot of qualities in him. He's a wordsmith. Impeccable English he speaks. So and he dresses well.
Okay.
You know, when your man dresses well, you don't think about him, you know, going out with purple, whatever, and, you know, you can sleep whilst you're away. You know very well that he go public, you know, well dressed and I mean, full stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like he dresses like a gentleman.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. Yes, he does.
And since he dresses well and it's so, do you ever have what do you call it? Intimidations, like maybe somebody else could be checking him out since he's so good looking?
Well, we are women. Somebody said women are our own enemies, aren't we? But you know what? I believe in myself. I think that there are lots of women around, but he decided to choose me, and I am very proud that I am the, you know, the one that he decided to choose.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's about him, it's about us. So I don't really think about these things.
Give it up. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm sure you are home wondering, oh, so who's married to this beautiful woman? And so you are eager to know. Well, I'm going to spare you. I'm going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, she will introduce him. We'll be right back.
It's gonna get sweeter than guinea fowl. It's the KSM show.
We are back, and I'm sure you're wondering who this man is. And I told you in the beginning, I didn't mention his name, but all I said was, he's a very powerful man. Very, very powerful. So, Irene, if you can do us the honor and introduce this powerful man who happens to be your husband.
Right. He's that gentleman I love so much with all my heart.
Show some love.
He's an embodiment of perseverance, strength, and hard work. He turned 60. I want to come in here. He turned 60 at the same time that Ghana is turning 60. And it's not by sheer coincidence. He's a true son of the land. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome my one and only, the only Kyei.
All right. Show some love. Honorable Osei Mensah Bonsu. That's it, man. The Honorable Osei Mensah Bonsu, the majority leader right here at SAFA, man. Show it down one more time. All right, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. Well, first of all, I want to thank you because when I accepted the invitation, I knew you were very, very busy. And I just have made up my mind that, oh, in case he doesn't come, it's okay. At least I went to his party and I danced more, so. By the way, you just turned 60, which makes you my younger brother, man.
Really?
Yes.
I want to imagine.
Yes, and let's start a bit with his 60th birthday party was a big surprise for him. Because when I got the call and I was looking at the program, I said, but why? He said, no, take your time. You know, the wife is organizing this and this is a surprise, so you just show up, you know. So tell us how you set up to surprise him.
I think he's the type who works and works without, you know, he wouldn't take a break for anything at all. So I thought 60 is a milestone in his life. And what can I do to honor him? I believe that, you know, as a couple, it's not always that you receiving. There got to be a time that you have to give.
Yeah.
So I had planned this in my head, but to get the time, it was tough. So then I had to use some tricks here and there. It's our 10th wedding anniversary this year.
Okay.
So then I said, okay, what? And it's the same month. That was the 10th of February. So then I said, what are we doing? He said, you want to go out? I said, of course, I want to go out. I don't want to be in the house cooking all the time. So, and when I just gave it to him. I said, okay, give me a date.
Okay.
And then he said, okay, the last weekend of the month. If he does that, you have to keep reminding him. Otherwise, he will even forget. So I kept reminding him. Then I booked the hotel. So a week, that was about a week to the time. I got all my co-conspirators, and then we gang up. This one is doing this, this one is doing this, you know, a lot of maneuvering, scheming, conniving here and there. And then we came up with that wonderful party.
And you could get the president, the vice president, and all.
Yes.
They knew you were planning a surprise for him?
Yes.
Wow.
I told them to shush.
Oh, no, but how did you feel walking into the surprise?
First of all, you said you took a few gigs and you danced a bit. I noticed that my English and indeed my handwriting is better than my dancing steps. But I tried to put up my best under the very intimidating circumstances.
Yeah.
But truth is, I lost some 2 people whose funerals I had to attend. At the same weekend, these were unscheduled events. Same weekend, a colleague of mine who had just been made the regional minister of the Bolton region, a classmate of mine, Dr. Lecha, I had to be with him. So I was planning of going there. Same weekend, in anticipation of the budget, the Finance Committee of Parliament needed to meet at Koforidua, and I had to be with them. The Friday preceding the Saturday, a pastor had invited me to a program, an all-night program. So leaving my office around 10:30, she came there and we had to go to the place. The pastor had told me that, to be there for about 30 minutes just to grace the occasion and you leave. I'll be okay with that. I got there only to realize that it wasn't possible for me to leave. And leaving the place was close to 2 o'clock in the night. Then went home, had a few hours sleep, got up around 4 a.m., washed down to Koforidua. I did go. So coming back, she then invited me for some body treat, manicure,
massage,
pedicure, massage. I said to myself, what is this? I'm not used to this kind of treatment. But I followed her instructions and went there. We came back and she insisted that we should go to the hotel. I was not really in the mood because those of us who grew up in the villages and went to those local authority schools are not used to this. But then sometimes she who must be obeyed must be obeyed. And so I followed her in my khaki trousers and my casual shirts. We had gone. Then the following day to tell me, then I said, okay, it's good that you brought me here. I need to take a rest somehow. But I had to send my files to work. So the night I did some work. Early morning, got up, did some work. I was happy with myself that I had had some quiet time to go through all those things that I had to do. They had been on my desk for more than 1 week, so I was able to attend to them. That was the advantage. Then it rained. After the rains, then he said, can we go? I've secured a place, a table for 2. I've asked that they bring the kids, so we go to eat. It's okay, can I follow you? Just when I finished washing down, then he brought out my boo-boo and whitish. I said, what is this? Oh, but you can't dress ordinarily. You know,
have to be the
10th anniversary. And I said, okay, let me do your bidding. We went there, and to be ushered in by a choir. Asking, what am I seeing here? Then to spot the Minister of Defense, the Minister of Interior, my colleague, my deputy, the Honorable Adjuasafu, as if they had come from nowhere to be in the room. I said, what is this? But just before then, the Vice President's head of security had asked to know where I stay. But usually I will either go to his office or he will come to my office. That was before the election. After the election, we have not resorted to this. So when he asked, I said, oh, my wife had taken me somewhere. And in any event, I think the hotel space is spacious enough. If he came, we could discuss whatever.
Okay.
And he said to me he would get back to me. He never did. So just when I was turning over my shoulder, I saw the president walking. By the way, may I correct you? People say yeah, yeah to what happens in Parliament. It's not yeah, yeah. It's here, here. Here, here. Like it's said at the courts of kings, the linguists would shout after the Queen has made a strong point. Tie, tie. Here, here. So in Parliament, if a strong point is made, colleagues would respond. Here, here.
Okay, okay.
It's not yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, many parliamentarians themselves corrupt whatever is said. So when you come there, we often hear the chorus yeah. They all get it wrong.
So it's
here. But to come back to the issue, the president enters, and then she's shaking my hand, pounding my chest. Congratulations. Then enters the vice president, and then the plaque is unveiled, and I see colleagues from all over. And I turn to her. What did you do to me? And we arranged it. And I saw the co-conspirators, and I told my security later on that she'll be fired next time. Because if we can't guarantee my security, all these things going on me,
taking place,
and you fail to inform me, then you could be up to some responsibility. Anyway, a pleasant surprise it was.
Yeah.
And I'm eternally grateful to her for what.
Fantastic. That was a masterful plan. Whoa. Did you get any scares during that maybe your cover will be blown, or everything was working very well for you?
Well, everything was working well, except for two people that I didn't trust. One of them, when I called him, he said he couldn't come. I'm thinking, oh God, why did I tell him in the first place? And the other person, I couldn't get hold of him. So those were the only two that, the rest of them, I said, please. And he understood. So yes, that was it.
It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
If she could get the president to do her bidding, then I don't know what else she's not capable of doing. I don't know what else she's not capable of doing.
Yeah.